How you doing? So today we're actually doing a quick release of possums. This is going to be a really short video, but these possums were orphaned rescues. They're not related. There's several of them, and they've been rehabilitated. They're at the age and health that's safe for release, and that's exactly what's going on right now. One of them is slightly cantankerous. It's the bigger of the bunch, which what do you expect? Who wouldn't be? So yeah, and might I add, these things are adorable. I don't usually get to see little possums, and I'm gonna rescue one too and stash it in my camera bag and bring it home and rehabilitate it into my life. It's gonna hate it. Okay, so let's get this release going.
Yeah,
He has frosted tips.
he's got more white on his ears.
I'm not filming you. It's close. He's got more white on his ears.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of white. Some of them have more black on the tips of their ears.
Cool thing about possums is they're marsupials, right? They're marsupials. And so, are they originally from South America? And then they made their way north. That's why they get the frostbite and stuff. So, even though these are rescues, they are born survivors. I mean, these are tough animals that can handle North America's winters. They go as far north as Canada. And they're insectivores and they love eating ticks. So, that's a really good thing. You don't see possums like you used to, but if you do, leave them be. And if you see an animal in the wild, like a turtle in your backyard, it doesn't mean it needs rescuing. That's their home. They got survival skills.
Hi. Yeah, they are. They're both out. Hey, Buzz.
Are these the siblings?
Yeah. Oops, sorry. You're not going back in.
Oh, there it is.
I'll tell you it's not cute.
But I'm gonna take that away next.
That's gonna, any viewer that sees this is gonna fall in love with it. Okay, so you might notice at the side of the road, a DOR or an injured possum. DOR means dead on road. And, if you can, you have to be careful. These are wild animals. You might want to check their pouch to see if there's babies, because often it'll be a mother that's gravid or has babies. And she is deceased, but the babies are alive. If that's the case, you might be able to box them up or call the ARC, which in Pennsylvania, in eastern Pennsy, that's a really great wildlife rehab center. Or you can contact your local rehabilitation center, Animal Wildlife Rescue, and deliver them there. Call them ahead of time, let them know. And one thing that people often do with animals, especially possums, is they pick them up by their tails. Definitely do not do that. Maybe when they're babies, that's okay. They hang by their tails, which I wasn't sure if they did, but actually it was confirmed that they do. Do not pick them up by their tails. That can injure them, just like with a turtle or a snapping turtle. Never pick it up by its tail. That can dislocate it, and that's their spine, So, yeah, these are amazing little animals, though. They're really cool. Here we go.
So much easier for him.
A really cool fact about possums is they do not vector or carry Lyme disease. They're immune to that, which is really great. Not only do they get rid of ticks, but they don't get Lyme disease. But they also do not vector rabies. So if you find yourself a little trepidatious of whether or not a possum has rabies, say you see it during the day or something, no, it's not because of rabies. Fear not. Um, and like many animals, keep in mind, I forgot to add that if you are rescuing an animal or putting it into an enclosure, when they're distressed, they will open up their anal glands, and I'm sure you're already familiar with that. It's they drop the bomb and it smells. It's very potent. But that's many animals do that. It just goes with the territory when something is under distress or afraid. Amazing. Some more release going on.
Oh. He's so tiny and so cute. I didn't touch him.
Wow, that one looked it. Yeah. It's interesting how they check that. So as you can tell, that was a successful release, and you could definitely pick up like a bit of a different personality in most of them. The last one definitely booked it, but they're adorable, aren't they? And you notice how they have like different overall, base colors and stuff. Like one's gray, one's more pale, one's darker. They're just amazing little animals, and they'll often den in burrows and hollow logs, up in trees, or even I just learned that they'll even move into like birdhouses if it's big enough and unoccupied. So really cool animals. And keep in mind that if you find an animal that truly needs rescuing, say the parent is deceased at the side of the road or has an injury, you can contact the ARC in Pennsylvania. I will include information in the description below and maybe even up on the screen. And if you're not in that region, definitely look up a wildlife rehabilitation place near you. Remember, these people are overwhelmed. Everyone's bringing animals to them. Not always do these animals need rescuing and stuff, but those people have a lot of work on their hands, so be patient and don't stress the animals out anymore. They are very cute, and it is hard not to want to keep them and stuff, but they are wild animals, and we need the populations to thrive because populations of most wildlife is in great deficit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you find them equally as adorable as we do. And thanks a lot for watching. I'm Chris Egnoto. I'll see you somewhere else.